Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Zhengding City. I am Wu Ying from Hebei University of Economics and Business. So today I'm so happy to be with you to carry out a tour to Zhengding City. You will enjoy the amazing Zhengding. So first, I will give you a brief introduction of Zhengding Ancient City. Zhengding Ancient City is a national famous historical and cultural city. Now it is a national demonstration area for sustainable development in China. And also it's a hometown of Chinese folk art. So here you can enjoy so many beautiful customs in China. And also, Zhengding is the foundation of Shijiazhuang's history and culture. It has a long history of more than 1600 years. In ancient times, Zhengding was called Changshan, Zhengding, Hengshan, Zhongshan, and so many names. In history, it was called the Northern Three Great Towns, together with Baoding and Beijing. The long history has left many cultural relics and historic sites in Zhengding. They are also known as 3 mountains are not visible, 9 bridges are not flowing, 9 floors, 4 flowers, 8 temples, and 24 gold medal squares. You must be curious about all the things. So today, the journey, we will see all about this. It is known as the Museum of Chinese Ancient Architecture and the Museum of Buddhist Culture. So if you are really biggest fan of the Chinese ancient architecture, so Zhengding Ancient City is a must-see for you. Also, Zhengding has outstanding people and some famous people, like Zhao Zilong, the ever-victorious general in the Three Kingdom period, was also from Zhengding.
有位作家曾经说，一次奋不顾身的爱情，一次说走就走的旅行，既是人生的2次冲动，也是诗与远方。
诗歌，远方，与你每一次的相遇，都恍如初见；与你每一次的相逢，都悸动着憧憬。以前，我总会问自己，为什么要来？当我走进这座城，便有了答案。
毛姆说：“我喜爱未知事物，我旅行一趟，回来的时候不会依然故我。” 当年，马可·波罗称这里为贵城。建筑学家梁思成和才女林徽因曾3次来到这里，称这里为中国古建艺术宝库。
每一扇朱漆大门的背后，都有一段绵长的故事。 每一天的繁倍清月里，涤荡着对尘世的回忆。去融入，去体会，去寻找那份流淌了1000年的感动。
那些想象中已经褪色的历史，如今依然清晰地封存在这个空间散落的碎片里。人在天地间，也在历史与现实间，去领悟生命的意义。
千年的信仰，不曾被时光所泯灭。去敢于面对真实的自己，和不再隐藏的自己对话。
秦时明月，汉唐风度，古老的传说在耳边回响，化作了文明的图腾和见证。走进这座城，不管是有心还是无意，都会留下与它彼此映照的影像，成为他记忆中的一部分。天空、大地、记忆、未来，所有的地方，所有的时光，所有有情的生命，都可在这一刻的映照中被唤醒。
打开隐秘之门，新的自我在模拟店前找到日出的方向，新的发现催着我义无反顾继续前行。你好啊，正定。你如一张琴，曲韵悠长，穿越漫长岁月，随风流转。你似一把剑，因此勃发，劈开无数风雨，永葆至坚。你就像一颗颗种子，寒来暑往，日月星辰，扎根于天地之间，在这片闪耀着灿灿群星的土地上蔓延繁荣。东方美神，这一刻未曾谋面。
下一秒，不愿离去。你好啊，正定。
Okay, so much about the introduction. Let's go for our traveling first. When you come to Zhengding, you can see the old, ancient pictures about history. Just like this one, you will take a walk on the Zhengding city wall, and also we can visit some architectures. Just like Yanghelou, it used to be a place for opera performance, and the city wall of Zhengding has formed a system for guarding the city. Also, we have a famous temple. When night comes, you can walk around the ancient city, especially when just like the Spring Festival, people will gather into the Zhengding ancient city and watch the fireworks. We can enjoy the light shows. When it comes to Mid-Autumn Day, people can climb to the ancient city wall to enjoy the beautiful moon and the light show. Besides this, when you come to Zhengding, you can also enjoy some modern views, some modern attractions, just like Shijiazhuang Library. So it's so beautiful. And if you are familiar to catch a book and find a place so square to read, of course you can go to the Shijiazhuang Library. There are so many books there for you. Maybe you can know more about China, about the culture native. And you can walk around to Shijiazhuang International Convention and Exhibition Center. There are so many exhibitions held here, such like the Digital Forum every year. Still, if you want to know more about the history of Shijiazhuang and of Zhengding, you can go visit Shijiazhuang City Exhibition Center. From here, you can watch how Shijiazhuang come a long way to today, and you can maybe drive a car just inside the exhibition center. Also, you can learn more about the architectures here in Zhengding ancient city. Okay, now you must can't wait to see more and to know more about Zhengding, right? So let's start. So today the journey will include 6 parts. The first part is Cradle of World Champion. If you are familiar with our ping pong, of course, Zhengding is a must-see for you. And if you are familiar with some classic novels of China, you can visit Zhao Zilong's hometown and to enjoy the dream of the right temple. Also, it is known as the story of the stone. After all the things, there comes the most valuable things in Zhengding to see. That is ancient Chinese architecture. Well, we have learned so many histories and cultures. Then let's take a look. Let's walk around along the Hutuo River to enjoy the beautiful sunset, the beautiful nature scenery. And after all about this, you must be very hungry. And so we can go to the sit-down place to enjoy some colorful costumes and have a taste of local food. Okay, let's start from the beginning. If you are a big fan of sports, you must know that China has the finest, has the most excellent ping pong players. So, how to cultivate them? Zhengding is a place to be reputed for the cradle of world champion. That is Hebei Zhengding National Table Tennis Base. And for this base, It is mainly responsible for the training tasks of the national table tennis team before the World Championships. Well, since 1992, the base hosted the Chinese women's table tennis team, led by Zhang Xielin for the first time in preparation for the Barcelona Olympic Games and make remarkable achievements. And since then, the base has successfully completed 26 closed training tasks before the national table tennis team competitions, laying the solid foundation for the Chinese table tennis team to achieve outstanding results in international competitions. Because of this, the Zhengding National Table Tennis Base is known as the cradle of cultivating world champions, and the base is also known as the blessed land by the national table tennis team. So there are a lot of champions used to train here. So maybe you're familiar with them, right? All the champions, they are not come for 1 second. The road to be a champion is very long and very difficult. They are all like their daily exercise. Maybe you will wonder why the base is called the blessed place for the table tennis team. Maybe Zhengding is another person's hometown, that is Zhao Zilong. Well, Zhao Zilong, named Zhao Yun, during the Three Kingdom period, he was a famous general of Shu state. He had experienced many battles and never lost. He was reputed as a never victorious general. He is so loyal to the government, and he's so brave to fight, and he's so selfless, and he's so generous. Also, he is very strict when doing some military work, but he's very tender for the people. And because of all the merits, he is the perfect person. He's loyal, honest, undare to remonstrate, modest and prudent, fair and selfless, strict in military management, and considerate of the people. So in order to remember him, and also remember some people in Three Kingdoms, people has made Zhao Yun Temple for the memory work, and also it's not a temple but also a place to traveling. This temple was built in memory of Zhao Zilong, and it was completed in 1997. It covers an area about 8,000 square meters. There are 5 halls inside. If you walk around, you will feel at home because it is a courtyard style pattern of 2 entrances in the late Ming and Qing dynasties. Just like the third picture, did you see the cute soldiers? And after this tour, if you are familiar with some Chinese classic novels, The Dream of the Right Chamber is a must-see, is a must-read for you. And The Dream of the Right Chamber is also known, the story of the stone. Also, Chinese people like this novel very much. So in 1887, this novel has been translated for a TV series, and a hottest one. Still, today there are many people watch this TV series. And this place, Rongguo Mansion, just like the Hollywood in America, there are so many TV series and so many film work take place here. And the Rongguo Mansion, maybe it's a traditional garden, traditional Chinese classical garden to visit. This place is an unique architectural complex with the style of Ming and the Qing dynasties, which is very strict, designed and built according to the classic Dream of the Right Chamber. It is divided into two parts, that is Rongguo Mansion and Ningrong Street. Let's go for Rongguo Mansion first. This place is built according to the pattern described in the book, covering an area of 22,000 square meters. You can see the picture below. The whole mansion is divided into three lines. That is the middle road, the east road, and the west road. Each road is a courtyard with 5 entrances during the Ming and the Qing dynasties. Okay, let's take a round. In this place, you can enjoy the beautiful trees, the beautiful flowers, changing colors for 4 seasons. You can have a rest in the place, so traditional China. And also you can watch some scene from the TV series. And you can see what people's life look like in the Qing dynasties. For the Ningrong Street. Ningrong Street is a very famous one. And if you are very curious about what the street looks like when it's in Qing dynasty, especially in Kangxi and Qianlong periods, so you must go and visit Ningrong Street, because the street is an archived street that is reproduced the scene of the purpose, because it is designed according to the painting Qianlong's Thousand Tour. It's not a long street, but it covers an area of 15,000 square meters with a building area of 1,700 square meters. There are 120 houses in total. The houses are well arranged. The streets are decorated with some flags, and the plaques are complete, which reproduce the original appearance of the prosperous Kangxi and Qianlong periods. So even now, there are many tourists who wear the ancient clothes just to walk around. When you take a walk in the street, you must feel that it looks like you just go back and to enjoy the prosperous time. Well, we have visited the place, the birthplace for some ping pong champions. Also, we have learned 2 stories of Zhao Zilong and the story of the stone. Now let's go to our highlights about the ancient Chinese architecture tour in Zhengding. Here is a brief map for you. Okay, even it's written in Chinese. I think from the map, you must see where the architectures are. The square one is just like the Zhengding city wall. It used to be complex like this, have 4 doors. And also, all the pictures show the architecture relics in Zhengding. And let's go visit them one by one. Well, the first stop must be the city wall for Zhengding. Zhengding city wall was built in the Eastern Jin dynasty during the 16 kingdoms. So it has 1,000 years history. The wall was expanded and rebuilt during the Northern Zhou, Tang, Jin, and the Yuan dynasties. So today we visited the parts we can climb on and take a walk or even cycling on the wall. It's the parts left, a relics of the Ming dynasty. The city wall here is another map for you. This map is from the book A History of Zhengding and shows everyone what it looked like for the city wall. The city wall was built in the full level regulations with a perimeter of 24 li. There were 4 city gates. Yeah, just as you can see from the picture, there are 4 city walls. There are 4 city gates. That is Yingxu Gate in the east, Changle Gate in the south, and Zhenyuan Gate in the west, and Yong'an Gate in the north. Each city gate is equipped with 3 walls, that is, the inner city, the orange city, and the moon city. And this part form a zigzag, and circuitous trained and play a defensive role that is easy to defend but difficult to attack. This is unique in the construction of ancient city walls in China. Let's enjoy some pictures, some shows of the city wall. The first picture, there are many tourists just walk around, climb on the city wall. And another 2 pictures show you what it looks like in the past. And also the last one, maybe a mother and a daughter, they just walk around and take pictures. And maybe in the future, when you come visit Zhengding, you must climb on the wall and take a lot of pictures and some beautiful memories to take them home.
正定古城位于河北省会石家庄市北15公里处，是按照中华传统规划思想和建筑风格建设起来的城市，集中体现了公元5世纪至19世纪前后中国的历史文化特色。8大寺是指隆兴寺、崇阴寺、天宁寺、广惠寺、开元寺、临济寺、弘济寺、舍利寺，其中隆兴寺最具代表性的寺庙，是中国10大名寺之一，原是东晋时期后燕慕容熙的龙腾院，唐朝改为隆兴寺，清朝改为隆兴寺。寺内有尊高21.3米的铜铸千手千眼观音菩萨，是我国古代最高的铜铸大佛。梁思成曾称它为京外第1名刹。
Okay, then let's go to the first place, Longxing Temple. When you walk around the city wall, at the end of the city wall, when you get off, the first place you will reach is Longxing Temple. This temple has a long history. It was first founded in Sui Dynasty. So let's count. It has a history of more than 1,600 years. Zhao Guangyin, the first emperor of the Song Dynasty, built the Great Compassion Pavilion after casting a 21.3-meter high bronze statue of 1,000-handed Goddess of Mercy here and expanded it with the central X layout at the main body today. During the reign of the Emperor Kangxi and Emperor Qianlong, that means we have go back to the Qing dynasty, the imperial palace was built on the west side of the monastery and which reaches peak. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go. This temple is a very huge one. People can see from the above. The temple covers an area of about 8,2,500 square meters, with more than 10 houses and pavilions distributed along the central axis and on both sides. It's a typical example of Buddhist temples in the Song dynasty. And also, it's not only the sample in the Song dynasty. You know, for most Chinese architecture, we also have a central axis, and on both sides there are other architectures. You must be familiar with the Forbidden City, so they tell the same stories. Inside this temple, there are a large number of sculptures, murals, steles, and other art treasures collected in the temple since the Sui and the Tang dynasty. So they are hardly to see today. Among them, there are 6 cultural relics are so valuable in China. So Mr. Liang Sicheng, a very famous architecture expert, called the temple the first famous temples outside Beijing. So let's enjoy the 6 most valuable things in Longxing Temple. Okay, here comes the first one, the money hall. And this hall, I show you 2 pictures about the structure of this money hall, because this pattern are seldom seen in China, and the unique one. If you want to know how the architecture pattern in Song dynasty, you must come to Zhengding and visit. This money hall, it was built in the Northern Song dynasty, that is the year 1052. It has a double-eaved. Well, from the picture you can see it has double-eaved. And this kind of roof, we call it xieshan roof in Chinese architecture. The layout of the main hall is really unique. The square hall has a xieshan style building with flowers in the middle on all sides, while making the plain form a cross, just like a cross. It is a model of the Song dynasty architecture with high historical, scientific, and artist value. So the picture below, just to show the view, you just look at the building from above, so you can see clearly it looks like a cross. The Mr. Liang Sicheng, he was very cherished this building. He used to praise, except for the corner tower of the Forbidden City in Beiping Palace Museum. I have seen this layout only in the paintings of the Song dynasty. The morning hall is overlapping and majestic, which can be regarded as the best art. It is an isolated example of early architecture, and since then, Mr. Liang Sicheng included in the book A History of World Architecture. So it's so beautiful from the outside, and inside it's even more beautiful. So here comes the second valuable things in Longxing Temple, that is Avalokitesvara stata. The stata was remodeled in Ming dynasty, that is the year 1563. The statue's left foot steps on the lotus, its right leg stands up, its knees are folded, its body leans forward slightly, and its face is quiet. Under the willow eyebrows, the eyes with profound wisdom look down slightly, forming an emotional communication with the Buddha worshippers when they look up. So you must tell that the stata is not the traditional one because for most the Buddha statues, they are very strict. They are very strict. But for this one, it just looks like a very beautiful lady just sit there and look at you. So I'll show you another two pictures. Lu Xun, a very famous Chinese writer, once he got a picture of this statue. He was so fascinated and he was so full for it. He appreciated this masterpiece very much and appreciated what the Chinese goddess of beauty. And now if you go to visit Lu Xun's old house, the picture is still on the desk. Not only the statues, inside the mourning hall, there are paintings all around. The paintings is also very beautiful. Okay, let's go for next. Another statue for you, the bronze Vairocana Buddha statue. The statue of a Buddha is 6.72 meters. That means it's nearly 7 meters high, and gradually closes from bottom to top. It looks like a pagoda. Yes, of course, it looks like a pagoda, and its surface is all glittered. And if you look more clearly, the whole body is divided. The whole body can be divided into 3 layers. There are 4 Buddhas on each layer. You can see there are 4 Buddhas on each layer, wearing 5 Buddha crowns, making seals by hand, just like this, and sitting on their feet. A small Buddha statue is cast on 1,000 lotus petals of the 3 lotus seeds, forming a pattern with 1,000 Buddhas around Vairocana Buddha. Okay, let's go for clear. You can see the small ones, very cute, right? How many of them do you know? If you have time, you can count them one by one. So according to the statistics, there are 1,072 Buddha statues in total. Mr. Qi Yingtao, also another famous ancient architecture expert, said that it is the most exquisite statue of its kind in China and a treasure of art in the Ming Dynasty. Okay. And if you are a fan of Chinese characters, and if you can write some beautiful Chinese characters, this one is good for you. The tablet of Longzang Temple. It is regarded as the ancestor of extant regular script inscriptions in China. This tablet was engraved in Sui Dynasty, that is the year 587-1806. The height of the tablet is 82 centimeters high. It is engraved in regular script with inscription Hangzhou Governor, the Duke of Yi, advised the state to build Longxing Temple daily for the state. The tablet is 164 centimeters high and 90 centimeters wide, with 30 lines of regular script engraved on the front and 50 characters in each line, so 1,447 characters in total. And here the picture. The calligraphy of the inscription on the tablet is complete and neat. So now there are many people who are interested in calligraphy. They just make books from the table light of Longzang Temple. And this calligraphy of the instructions with a rigorous structure, simple and unsophisticated without losing its elegance, solemn but not stiff, which reveals the lingering charm of Weili, is important inscription to study the calligraphy art in transitional period from Weili to regular script, and it's one of the famous stylists in China. Ouyang Xiu was a famous person in the past. He first recorded the stela in Jingulu, in Jigulu. Kang Youwei in modern times called it the first table light in Sui dynasty, and later generations called it the first table light in regular script. So, if you're a big fan of Chinese calligraphy, how can you miss this kind of table light? Okay, let's go for next. Here comes another one for you. Well, at first, you may guess what the creature looks like and what the creature for. Well, actually, it's a bookshelf for the monks. We call it revolving arches. It's made in a small wooden walking way with a diameter of 7 meters, and a vertical shaft in the middle. Is the most popular example of dougong in early China. Well, if you are a fan of Chinese ancient architecture, you must know the part dougong. Dougong is very small but plays an important role in ancient Chinese architecture. You can see the round upper eaves and flying eaves are typical practice in Song dynasty and are the oldest and the largest sculpture collection cabinet in China. Can see more clear? You can see the picture left. For most Chinese architectures, especially this kind of hall built in the temple, you may wonder, the door is so small. It's so small. How can this bookshelf move into the hall? Well, the smart Chinese architects, they just make this round bookshelf first, and then they get the hole made. So it's very amazing, right? Another amazing one, and the most amazing one, comes when you come to Longxing Temple. You must watch the world's tallest ancient bronze Buddha statue, and this Buddha statue is so famous. The bronze statue of Avalokitesvara with 1,000 hands and 1,000 eyes. It has 21.3 meters in height and was cast in the Northern Song dynasty. The bronze statue is tall and moderate proportion. Its huge size and fine covering are rare. It is the tallest ancient bronze statue of Buddha in the world. Let's enjoy. Okay, the full picture of her. Okay, it's the same way to build because the hall is very high. So how the 21-meter tall Buddha statue come into this hall? So the architects built this Buddha first, and then they put the whole together. And I think the most smartest one in the world is the architects in China.
正定 诞生于春秋战国时期，所以三山不见，九桥不留，九楼四塔八大寺24座金牌坊而著称。今正定城内现存4座古塔：凌霄塔、须弥塔、华塔、长陵塔，均始建于隋唐时期。正定4塔各有各自的特色，凌霄塔坚定挺拔，须弥塔稳重优美，华塔丰富灵巧，长陵塔匀称厚重。它们如同正定的名片，见证这个城市的繁华和艺术底蕴。在国内拥有如此华丽的4塔和文化传奇历史，实属首位。其对佛教文化的研究有着举足轻重的作用。
Okay, after visiting the most famous temple in Zhengding, let's move around. Here comes another 4 pagodas for you to visit. The first one, well, from the outside, what it looks like, it just looks like a flower, right? So people call it the flowery pagoda of Guanghui Temple. And as for this temple, the pagoda was first built in Tang Dynasty, and now we see it the relic of the Song Dynasty. The tower, the pagoda, is almost 34 meters high and has 4 floors. So can you count? Can you find the 4 floors? Okay, there are 4 small towers in the 4 corners of the first floor. Can you find them in the picture? All of them, they are pavilion shaped, single layer silts. It is rare that the main tower and the small tower are scattered in height, closely related to each other, and the layout is normal. The plan of the first floor of the tower, with doors on the 4 fronts and breakfast seats on the eaves. So it looks just like a flower blossom, right? So let's go upstairs. The front of the second floor is equipped with a door. You can see clearly from this picture. And the rest are equipped with Buddhist niches. The 3-story tower is located on the wide flat seat and shrinks suddenly because there is no ambulatory round. The 4 front doors are reserved, and the 4 sides are slanted square false windows. Yeah, it's right, false windows. You may wonder why Chinese architectures, they just made false windows. Because the real windows, you can open the windows, but why we made some false windows? Well, for the decoration, because it looks much more beautiful. With tower chambers inside. So we can go inside the first floor door and climb up to the 3rd floor. Well, the 2 stone-seated Buddhas are provided inside. We cannot see from the picture, but they do, which are relics of the Tang Dynasty. Okay, let's go to the 4th floor. The 4th floor is very beautiful and is very legendary because there are a lot of creatures here. The 4th floor is inside of the tower. The pagoda body is a cone, and wall sculptures are made all over the pagoda. The layout of the pagoda is crisscrossed along 8 corners and 8 sides with powerful man, sea animals, lions, elephants. Can you see the elephants here? And Buddhas, and so on. It's so vivid and orderly, just like a colorful small sculpture art palace. And the fifth floor just describe a painting or maybe what it look like above in the sky for us. In the Qing dynasty, Emperor Qianrong has visited the flowery pagoda for 3 times. Okay, let's move on. Go for next one. Let's go to Linxiao Pagoda of Tianning Temple. Yes, from the picture, it's totally different from the flowery pagoda. Well, this pagoda was built in Tang Dynasty. Yes, it also was first built in the Tang Dynasty. It is nearly 41 meters high, which is a pavilion tower with some brick and wood mix plain. The pagoda body is of 9 levels. Yes, you can count. There in total have 9 levels. The lower 3 floors are brick structure. And the dogong is a brick wood-like structure. The briquettes above the 4th floor and the eaves of each floor are made of wood, of which with 3 bays on each side. The tower body has doors on 4 fronts at all levels. We can see clearly they have doors on each floor. Okay, let's inside. Well, inside of this pagoda is hollow. The center of the pagoda is hollow, just like the picture below. I show you the structure of the pagoda. There are stairs you can climb up. Can you see the stairs? Yes, you can climb to the top floor. Starting from the 4th floor, a wooden central column is erected in the tower center, and the real tail of 8 corner beams is overlapped with it. This kind of structure with tower core column is rarely seen in the existing ancient tower building in China. So another place for you. Okay, let's go visit another pagoda for you. That is Zhengding Pagoda of Linji Temple. From among all the temples in Zhengding, there is only Linji Temple. You can see monks live here. Linji Temple is the birthplace of the Buddhist Linji sect. It was built in the 2nd year of Xinghe in the East Wei dynasty. So long ago. The Zhengding Pagoda is almost 31 meters high. It is an octagonal and 9-level brick and a wood-like tower with dense eaves. Yeah, people can see. You can see the tower. The pagoda has 9 eaves, right? It was built on an octagonal brick foundation, on which is a stone base, and on which is a brick, 须弥座. In Chinese architecture, we call this foundation 须弥座. The front of the waist is inlaid with the stone inscription of the Emperor Yongzheng's edict. The other sides are decorated with 2 port doors. 须弥座 is a flat seat which is composed of a hurdle and a dogong. On the flat seat, the tower body is supported by 3 layers of inverted lotus. Well, from the outside, it looks like this pagoda made of wood and bricks. But no, it's made of bricks. So people cannot go inside this pagoda. You can see more pictures about it. Okay, on the first floor, the 4 facades are made of brick arcade 4 stalls. Okay, here comes the 4 stalls. Because it's not, people cannot go inside it. we just made some 4 stalls for decorations, and the 4 sides are decorated with square false windows, and the upper end of the front right false floor is inlaid with a stone plate of Tang Linji Huizhao Chengling Pagoda, just like the picture below. You can read. There are 8 characters, 8 Chinese characters here. Well, the second floor is upward. The height of the floor is reduced sharply, and the eaves are connected to form a soft and harmonious contour line. You can see the top, right? The top of the pagoda is covered with green glazed tiles. The pagoda temple is composed of lotus, walls, face wheel, round light, spiral cover, moon, and the pill. They are all related with the Buddhist. I will show you more pictures about it. So the full pagoda, and you can enjoy the beautiful false windows. All the patterns, they are just so traditional Chinese. From the pictures in the middle, you can tell there are so many lotus. Why there are so many lotus here? Because in the Buddhist culture, lotus means something for that. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to visit another temple for you. Here we come to Kaiyuan Temple. Well, you can enjoy a lot of Kaiyuan temples in China because Kaiyuan is a year in Tang Dynasty. For this temple, it was first built in the Eastern Wei Dynasty. The layout of its main hall in the back, and the bell tower and the Xumi Pagoda, that one Xumi Pagoda, in front of the hall, facing each other around. This kind of pattern is a typical example of the architectural layout of Buddhist temples in the Tang Dynasty, and which occupies an important position in China's architectural history. Okay, from this picture, that one is the bell tower, and this pagoda is Xumi Pagoda. Okay. Let's go for a look for the Xumi Pagoda. The pagoda built in the Tang Dynasty. It's also a brick and stone tower with 9 stories of dense eaves. You can see it looks like a square. The tower is built on a 1.5 meter high square foundation. The plan is square with an overall height of nearly 43 meters. Bricks are stacked layer by layer, and the eaves do not raise. The lower part of the bottom layer is built with a 1 meter high stone slab, and 8 strong men are embossed at the 4 corners. Let's watch. And here is the 8 strong men. The strong man in Chinese, we call them 力士. That means he's so strong and he can make the pagoda safe. So they are very cute, right? So together with the Xumi Pagoda stands bell tower. Well, this bell tower is very valuable. Why? Let's look at that. Side by side with the tower for so many years, it is a 2-story tower style clock tower. It's not clock, it's a bell, which is square in plan and 3 rooms in breadth and depth. It was built in the late Tang Dynasty, It is not only the earliest existing wooden ancient building in Hebei province, but also the only existing bell tower of the Tang Dynasty in China. So you can tell they are all very cherished for the architects. So we have visited so many wonderful architects. We have visited the Longxing Temple and Linji Temple. We have enjoyed the 6 most valuable things in Longxing Temple, and we also enjoy 4 pagodas from 4 temples, and also the oldest bell tower in China. Okay, after all the study, you must be tired. Let's relax. Let's take a walk along the Hutuo River, okay? The Hutuo River is the mother river of Shijiazhuang. Nowadays, the government has made it a place, maybe a paradise for the citizens to have a rest and to do some leisure works, to do some leisure activities. In Zhengding part, Zhengding has made Zhengding Hutuo River ecological tourism sunset area. So I just show you 2 pictures about the Hutuo River. They are so clean with the blue sky, with the clean water. What do you want to do? You may want to catch a book, or you may want to cycle along this river and take a walk with your family, with your friends, and also you can take a boat among the rivers. Here are some pictures about the Hutuo River. The first one is about the citizen who rides his bike. So each year we have cycling competitions for people who are interested in cycling, that the cyclist. And if one of them, you can enroll next year. The second one shows the beautiful night view. Well, you may see along the tower there are so many lights. They are all the cars. Because it's so near to the city of Shijiazhuang, so after a day's work, people may drive to Zhengding and have a ride, or maybe have a drive along this river to get relaxed and to have some beautiful things to do. And the next one, can you see the tower? Actually, the tower, we name it Ji Zi Ta because it looks like a Chinese character Ji. Well, in Chinese, Ji is a short name for Hebei province. So now it becomes a landmark for Zhengding city. And another picture show you can visit, you can see so many colorful scenes. And if you are interested in painting, I think here is a place for you to get a lot of paintings out. Look at the beautiful colors. They are so healing, right? So in the holiday or not even the holidays, people can come and have a walk, can take a walk, they can go camping. Nowadays, it's very famous in China to go for camping because the Hutuo River just near Shijiazhuang and Zhengding city, so there are many people just come around. And now there are a lot of camping camps here. So if you are interested in camping, of course you should come. And for the young couples, they just, because these places are so beautiful, so they just come and take their wedding pictures. Look how happy are they? Okay, after we have arrived, enjoy the beautiful sceneries, And also we have made so many facilities for people to have a relax. So when spring comes, you can see the parents take their children and flying kites, and they can do a lot of exercise. They can climb the train. Why? There is a train here. Because the train is the symbol of Shijiazhuang city. So we just put a train here, and people can go inside this train model to have some coffee and to know more about the Shijiazhuang. And this one, of course, is for children. And when children playing around, or maybe their parents can take a seat just to watch the beautiful scenery along the river. Well, here comes the hottest one, especially in summer, because it's cool here. When night comes, people just walk around, people just come around from every side. Why? Because they want to take part in the festival for music. So I think you can never miss them. Okay, after we take a short walk along the Hutuo River, let's watch more colorful customs and to have a taste of local food. I know that you must be hungry, right? Okay, let's go. There are so many things we can do, especially when the festival comes. You know, Chinese people, we like festivals, and in the festivals, we can get a lot of things to do, and we celebrate the festivals in a lot of ways. Of course, we just gather with our families, and for the people maybe in the village, they just do a lot of activities, such as this Changshan drum, this Changshan wall drum. Well, for this kind of performance, it used to be a way when the soldiers fight. You know, the Zhengding city is the hometown of Zhao Zilong, right? You still remember it, right? Zhao Zilong is the general of the soldiers. So when he trained his soldiers, and maybe when before the wars, they just make the drum performance. Nowadays, it becomes a way people to celebrate, especially in the traditional festivals such like the Spring Festival, the Lantern Festival, and the Mid-Autumn Days, or things like that. So you see it it's very beautiful and interesting. And people like to feel the rhythm when the drum bang, 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 just like that. And there are so many people, they just walk around and to see.
The gongs and drums beat, and the Spring Festival is also lively.
The sound of gong and drums is the special background music of the festivals. Today, let's learn some percussion with Changshan war drum, the special background music of Chinese New Year.
Whenever a large festival or event celebration takes place, the sonorous and powerful Changshan war drum will get played. In ancient times,
好，几十二板，我讲这个唐山战鼓开头，大船长，一二，咚咚咚咚咚咚。
The battlefield of the old days is the world of men. So the Changshan war drum was taught only to men, but this didn't stop ladies loving the drum.
从我记事以来，父亲就是
老战鼓队员，从这样的也不知道怎么回事，就喜欢这个声音儿。这个东西不让你的小偷着学的，让那个木棍子放到袄里边，冬天晚上上一个人家偷着念鼓点儿，拿面灯削这个鼓点儿。这些都是我们的女队员。
哦，这么多啊！
啊，你看这还有2个女儿，3个女儿都会敲。
都会敲
啊，自古原先是传男不传女，现在女的都送出来了，谁说女子不如男？
At that time, the art of the war drum broke the boundaries of men and women, in and out of the village, thanks to the perseverance and efforts of artists.
一开始就是5、6个、6、7个女的，他们下去上人家的宣传，上喇叭上广播，才壮大这个队伍。队员上班去了，晚上他去了，我就给他把这一段闹闹。哎，明天晚上回来又给他闹一段，一段一段这样学。 这个家是好的东西，好的文化，不能丢给学生。该散的时候散，该严的时候既有严又有散，你这样才能教好课。
这个长山战鼓，它一环扣一环，所以说学还着特别难学。俺那会王师傅在这个传承的这个鼓点不变的情况下，我们该喊出来动作特别比以前动作要大了，我们就把这个队形又融到里头。我教鼓，他教我。 队形变换是他主导的，他当过兵，说几点开始就几点开始，都是纯是部队作风。
Gone are the days of the wars, but the sound of drums and guns never stops. The drummers of Changshan bring a festive atmosphere and happiness.
Worried about not having an early start to your day? The Changshan war drum will be your morning call. Good morning.
And let's move on. Enjoy another one, the Zhengding sleigh dance. Wow! So if you're a lady, you will wear a high heel, right? So have you ever worn this kind of high heel? The high heel is almost maybe 1 meter or half a meter. You can see the players, they can walk this heel in a very elegant way, and also they can do some extreme performance for you. You can see the second one and the third picture. They just jump. Can you imagine that? Now you are wearing a high heel with nearly 1 meter, and now you are jump. It looks like you can jump nearly 2 meters. Wow, they are very cool. So when you come to Zhengding, you can never miss them. Okay, I'll show you another intangible heritage. Now all the things, they all become intangible heritages for the government. And all the people, they are all involved. Here comes another one for you. We call it 中翻 or 高照. It's this kind of performance. You must be very strong. We can see from the 2 pictures, people just the very long pole. We call it 中翻. It's very, very heavy. Can you see where people put the heavy things on? They can just put it on their head, on their mouth, or on their shoulders. So without enthusiasm, people cannot carry on these heavy things.
I'm going to carry a flag, but the director has asked me to bring more people to help as well. What kind of flag needs so many people to carry? Is this a flag?
This huge flag is named 中翻, also known as 高照. Here in Zhengding County, people always use the Zhongfan to celebrate the new year and leisure time in agricultural communities.
正定高照又名中藩，它起源于唐宋年间，它是古时候这个皇帝出征打仗啊，前面用的一个战旗。就骑手人在闲暇之余的时候他就玩弄这个战旗，经过当地老百姓把它再加工，是改成现在的这个高照的样子。
Playing with the 10-meter-high 50-kilogram flag incorporates over 50 movements and takes real skill.
哎，对，这拖住就行了。到不了，到不了。俺们村子也大，有4个站，俺们属于2站。2站有时候少林会高照，大概就是从12上嘛就开始跟着这个老艺人那个耍海高照了。老时候那都是在家里找个盛化肥那个布袋，有时候装小麦，有时候装沙子，先从5斤、10斤，逐步的增加到40、50斤，就是托起放下来，练的比例。这个40多斤的高照，要是刮个4级季风，冲击你的重量就达到300多斤了。所以刮风不好掌握，就不耍它了。
In addition to strength, you need great coordination to play with the Zhongfan. Many moves can be quite dangerous.
我们这个高照把它抛起，它落下来，它就成了100多斤大捏头的，它容易损伤咱的颈椎和腰椎。套顶就是用竹板，还有咱们家的就是小杆杖，敲打这个脑门或者头顶，使这个头顶上这个肉皮子它慢慢的就变厚变硬，它就搁住这个高照去砸了。不去练基本功，这个动作可不要去模仿它，你就一下把你真的就下身瘫痪了。
There's no easy way to master such a difficult skill. Enthusiasm is the main driving force.
我86年当兵走的，92年不愿回来了，回来了在家里就开了个门诊，从开门诊了我家里生活也宽裕了，我就喜爱这个东西，每年过节啊召集大伙就是玩会儿乐会儿。一开始家里当然就是说不务正业，后来我是俺家也别不过我成天也耍这个，他教我也能锻炼身体，也能活动，他逐步的也就跟着我就练下来，也就学会了。
Master Guo's persistence and earnest practice has encouraged more people to join the team and inherit the art of Zhongfan.
这个高照被列为非物质遗产以后就咱们政府就特别重视，为了不叫这东西失传了，带着这个高照上过咱河北省体育大学表演过。后来我叫这个高照非遗项目走进校园，在4中校园这是今年6年了。下一步我准备把这个放到我们镇村的小学里头，叫我们当地村里的娃娃们从小都认识他。
Here in Zhengding Square, with the Zhongfan up in the air, people are cheering for old stunts and the new year.
I can only do this. Okay, even this one is hard. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's enjoy. Also, there are very cute dance, just like the line dance. You know, the line dance is a traditional performance for most parts of China today. Now today, it has a long history, but you can see in everywhere because Chinese people, they like the lions and the dragons. They believe the lions and the dragons can keep their family safe. So here comes the Zhengding line dance. From the picture, you can see they sing just like a person is playing with the line. So the line just looks very cute, right? You can see the line. Inside the line nearly, there are 2 people inside the line. So from the outside, we just see the line so cute, but inside we know it's very difficult. So you may get your friend and have a taste and have a try about being a line dancer. Okay, I'll show you. Another thing is Zhengding dragon dance. Well, 3 people can make a show of the line dance, but we need more people to perform a dragon dance. You can see there are a lot of people because dragon looks like a very long snake. Dragon is a symbol of Chinese people. Also, when the festival comes, people do the line dance, do the dragon dance, and then after the performers and around the performers, there are crowded of people. They just walk along with the performance. Okay, another cute one for you. We call it running bamboo horse dance. From the 2 pictures, you can tell there are female dancer who just like ride on the horse. But actually, the horse is just a model. It's just for them who playing the dancer and act at the horse at the same time. Along with the music, along with some beat, they just walk around. So especially children, they like the performance very much. And can you tell the things our performer wear? Yeah, it looks like they are doing an opera show, right? Okay. So after watching all the things, you may be hungry, right? Let's just remember, first we visit the ping pong base, the ping pong training base. Then we learn 2 stories about the literature classic in China. And then we go visit so many architecture places. And also we have do some nature visiting, right? And watch so colorful customs. Of course, we have done a lot of things today. So at the last part, let's eat something. Let's have a taste about the beautiful things for our tongues. A bite of Zhengding, I will show you. Here comes the first one, Zhengding 8 dishes. In Chinese, we call it 八大碗. Here means all the dishes, all the meals are in the big bowls, in 8 big bowls. The 8 big bowls, there are 4 meat dishes and 4 vegetable dishes. So it's a very healthy meal for you. They have made the dishes in such cooking techniques as braising sauce, braising stewing, frying, steaming, and frying. When you eat this, I think you can learn more about Chinese cuisine culture. You know, there are a lot of techniques for Chinese people to cook. It's not only you put the vegetables or the meat together. We have a lot of ways to do them. You can fry them, you can braise them, and you can salt them, you can steam them, and even you can stew them. So it's fascinating because of all the techniques and so many materials. Here comes so many delicious Chinese food, delicious Chinese cuisine for us. And this Zhengding 8 dishes, it used to be, there is a tale about that. There is a story in the Three Kingdom periods. Okay, the story also goes for the General Zhao Zilong. The story goes like that. After a war, he made a lot of delicious things. Not he, but the cook made a lot of dishes for the soldiers, and the dishes is just like the Zhengding 8 dishes. So you can never miss them. Okay, another one for you. That is Majia pot store chicken. We have eaten a lot of chickens. Yes, the KFCs, the McDonald's, they all have some chickens and a lot of chicken cook with. You can see the left picture. You can see the pattern of this chicken. It looks like a phoenix. So it not only tastes good, but it also looks very good. And now the Majia Luji and also the Zhengding 8 dishes, they all put into the list of intangible heritages for the government. Another one, the Changshan fried liver. The liver is very delicious. I show you two pictures of them. From that one, you can see the people how to make it so small, or maybe it's thinner. I think maybe it's thinner than our hair. Okay, I'm just joking. People first, they just slice the liver and make it like our hair. And then they have some secret ingredients and to flavor them and then fry them. Or maybe they have this procedure, and they have stewed or steamed them. Okay, it's another collection of Chinese ways cooking. Here comes hot-cold sausages. I call it sausages. Actually, in Chinese, it means the meatballs. Because it's not a balls, so we call it. It looks more like sausages. Because people, when slide it, people steam it. So the sausages get hot. And during this time, it's easy for people to slide them into pieces. And when you have a taste of them, you must get the ingredients. You must make it with the sauce, and come together, they taste more delicious. Here comes another one for you. That is shaomai. Shaomai, that is steamed beef or mutton dumplings. It's a popular food in Zhengding, and for the shaomai store, there are so many people every day. I used to have a taste of them. You can see, you may wonder why it's just dumplings. Why China has so many dumplings but have different names? Because we have so many ways to cook. Of course, we have so many ways to make dumplings. Or you may eat the 包子, 饺子, and also 水饺. We have a lot of dumplings, but they are all kind of food with flour and some stuff in it. So for this, the shaomai, because it was steamed. Okay, if you are like eating some meat, let's move to 好家, steamed pork ribs. Okay, it's just the pork ribs, but it has secret ways to do them. And because of the secret flavor, people, they just like them. And they sometimes, when they at home, they just feel an impulse that they must eat a part of the pork ribs, so they come to visit. And also the 好家 steamed pork ribs used to be a dish for the emperor only, so it's very famous. Okay, here comes another, maybe looks like a bomb for you. They have sesame seed cake. This cake have a very fantastic taste for you. It looks like a bomb. It tastes like a bomb, but it tastes more crispy. I think the most interesting is how the cake made. You can see from the picture. We call this kind of thing 钢炉 in Chinese. The cake was put just on them and then fired, and with the high temperature, and people get some sesame here, and then it comes out the sesame seed cake. So you can never miss them. Here comes another one. We call it Zhengding Three Treasures. Why Zhengding people call it Three Treasures? Because it's a traditional way for Zhengding people to eat. But nowadays, for the youngsters, they seldom know them, especially for the mixed porridge. Well, the Zhengding Three Treasures, they are the barcade wheat cake, the mixed porridge, the Julie the bean curd. Especially the mixed porridge and the Julie the bean curd they are traditional breakfast for native people. They are very delicious. Okay, since you have come to visit China, of course, you can never miss the Chinese baijiu. Even almost in each place of China, they all have their own brand of baijiu. Of course, Zhengding is also the same. For Zhengding, their brand is Zilongzui baijiu. Okay, here you hear the name Zilong again, right? Yeah, and Zilongzui baijiu is very delicious for you to have a taste. Okay, after all the journey, so today I'm so happy to have this chance to tell you something about Zhengding, and I hope one day you can come in person. Let's take a look back. First, I just show you the ping pong base, and then we have go to visit Zhao Zilong's hometown, and we have visited the places, the story of the stone, and then we go visit so many architectures here, the Longxing Temple, the 4 pagodas. And after all the history studying, we take a relaxed walk along the Hutuo River, and at the last, we enjoy the colorful customs and the local food together. So I sincerely hope that you will like Zhengding. And at last, best wishes for you, my friends. Welcome to Zhengding. Welcome to China. Bye bye.